Hi, I'm making my cheese ball that I've made for 100 years, it feels like. I'm using 2 pounds of mild cheddar, a pound of sharp cheddar, a pound of Colby Jack, all shredded fine. I've been, like I said, making this for years and years. What I do is I put them all in a bowl in a mixture. With 3 8-ounce packages of Philly cream cheese to warm up, 1 medium-sized onion chopped, some Worcestershire sauce, which I never ever measure, I just put it in there so it feels like it should. It tastes like it should, I should say. Let this all warm up till it gets soft, and then you mix it together, and the best way to do that is with God's tools, your hands. Best things it's ever made. The bowl may not be big enough.
I was just gonna say, we need a bigger bowl. Okay, we'll call that a clip, and we'll come back when we're ready to start making it up. Because, like she said, this is just warming it up so it'll all mingle together and it'll be easier to work with.
Yeah.
So there's your ingredients. It's just whatever shredded cheeses you want, whatever seasonings you want, but the key ingredient to this whole thing is the cream cheese.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Because that's where you get your richness from, and it's the binder that holds it all together.
I've even put blue cheese in this. It's not one of my preferences, but that was the original recipe I found years and years ago, and I've just done what I wanted to with the main ingredients. So sometimes I put blue cheese in. Most times I don't.
Right. So yeah, I mean, you can use crumbly cheese, you can use the shredded cheeses, whatever this cheese is, you can use whatever you want. The main thing is you need that cream cheese. Now, you don't have to have Philadelphia. I think as far as brand names go, it's one of the cases where the brand name is usually going to be better than anything else you're going to get.
Yep.
And this time of year, of course, Christmas time, it's on sale. Everybody's gonna have it on sale, so it's not gonna be that much more than whatever the generic is, the store brand. So you can do this with pepper jack cheese, seasonings. The Worcestershire is a good, subtle seasoning that goes in there, but you can do lots of pepper in it. If you want something if you're wanting something spicy, you can use hot sauce if you want. You can use whatever the hell you feel like, but that is the main thing right there. But other than that, if you want to do nuts, that actually is better as on the outside of it, and we'll show you how to do that too. It's all pretty simple, but if you've ever wanted to make your own cheese ball, instead of buying those blobby, overpriced pieces of crap they have at stores, this is how you do it, and we'll be back to show you how to put it all together once this is warmed up some. So stay tuned. Of course, for you, it'll just be like that in a second or so, but we'll have to be waiting for a while. So, see you there.
Okay, so everything's gotten soft and I've blended it together with my hands and shaping it into balls. You can make whatever size you want, huge, medium size, mini ones for individual cocktails for a cocktail party or snack party or hors d'oeuvres, whatever you want.
What I've done here is I've chopped up some almonds for this individual. Pecans, rather, not almonds. I suppose if you wanted to try something different, you could do almonds.
Use whatever nut you want.
Yeah, and then you just roll it around to coat the outside with it. You get it nice and chopped up nice and fine. Shoot at the same time. It is a little messy.
That's fun. Only do this once a year.
Yep.
Usually. We have them all through the holiday week. Usually I make them a lot sooner than this, but...
Yeah, we're doing this. It's actually Christmas now. Been otherwise occupied. Alright, so here's one that, has your nuts on the outside, as you'd find in a lot of stores. In this case, maybe not whole nuts or as much as you'd find.
It'd be chopped.
Yeah. The idea here is that, you don't want like masses of nuts on it. It's supposed to be an extra flavor. So then you just want some foil. Of course, is going to be a pain in the ass. Doing this one-handed is not easy. And you wrap it up good. A little tiny bit too small, so I'll have to double wrap this one a bit.
This is the size I was talking about for like individual cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, mini cheese bites, mini cheese balls, whatever you want to call them.
Yep. You just want to put that on a Ritz or a Triscuit. It's really good on Triscuits.
Captain's wafers, whatever kind of cracker you like.
Yep.
Rye crisps are good. Melba toast, anything crunchy. I've even taken one at the end of the season when everybody's gotten tired of eating cheese ball, which doesn't usually happen, and made fondue out of it. So it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, and we've discovered it makes just about the best grilled cheese you can ever have.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You cut off a nice slice of it, put it on your bread, and either you stick it in the oven and just let it melt down and make cheese toast with it, or you do just grilled cheese out of it.
Making cheese toast is the best.
Yeah.
On sourdough bread. Very, very yummy.
Yep.
Let your toast get crunchy.
Now, I was gonna say, I thought about this while we were waiting for it to soften up. If you don't need to make this much, but you still want a good variety of cheese, find a casserole mix. And, you know, I'd say for about a pound of the shredded cheese or so, you want about one cream cheese. I mean, this isn't something that we have like a recipe for. It's just something that we make. Mom makes it. So let me put this down for a second and get some foil wrapped up, and then we're going to show you some other things you can do. Alright, so we're back again, and one of the reasons I think doing it this way is best, just with your basic mix, here a little bit, and then you can add additional seasonings into this. Like here, we're just going to put in some pepper.
That's funny.
And then you just mush it up in there. Get it nice mixed up in to the cheese. And you have one that's a bit peppery. But again, I mean, if you want it to be a bit spicy from the out, you can use pepper jack, or you can just put pepper in it. It entirely is up to you.
It's just whatever variation. You can chop up olives and put on the outside. Just whatever you can think of. Pimentos.
And we're gonna make
had these.
Yeah, we're gonna make a couple of small ones here with some other seasonings in it. Don't you have enough there for a couple of small ones?
Yeah.
Need to rip that one apart. Yeah. So this one we're gonna just put some garlic powder in.
Plenty.
So you get a nice garlic flavor.
Like I said, this is the best way to mix it up because you can really feel your cheeses and the onions and everything, so your cream cheeses all getting mixed up together really well.
Yeah.
That's why you need to let it soften.
Plus, really, there's no spoon. That, I mean, if you
No.
tried to use a whisk of any kind, it would be a total
The only
mess.
thing I think of that could work on a mixer would be a stand mixer and using a pastry hook or a dough hook on it.
This one we're going to go with just a little bit of spicy here. And instead of using hot sauce, just going to go right to some cayenne pepper. Another good seasoning for this is a paprika.
Yeah, it has a nice smoky flavor to it.
And paprika is one you could put on the outside if you want, or you can mix it in like this. Now, while there's absolutely nothing wrong with these cheese balls as is, you saw that having the nuts on the outside kind of finished it. They look a bit nicer that way. I still need to put that one back together. So, there's something very simple you can put on the outside of it. It's cheap. It adds a little bit of extra flavor without overpowering anything, and if you're not wanting spicy, if you don't want peppery, you don't want something on the outside that's going to be an explosive flavor, You can use green onion. That's a good one.
You don't want something that's going to overwhelm the cheeses that you use.
Green onion works, but the best is parsley. It's just a really good one for finishing these up. So you just take your cheese ball there, and it's inevitable you're going to get the stuff all over your hands, your fingers. It just washes right off. Be a little liberal with it there. Roll it around a bit. Turn it over. Put some more on. Just find your bald spots and in your hand. Get it as coated as you feel like you want it to be. And there you go. Lovely little cheese ball.
And you can decorate it after you put your parsley on. You could put like olive cut in half on the top, or half of a pecan is what I've always used. But most of the time I just leave it bare. And for Christmas parties, I used to make it in the shape of a Christmas tree. And then I decorate it with pimento on the tree itself, and in the trunk of the tree I'd use walnuts or pecans to make the trunk of the tree. So you can make clever things out of it.
Yeah, I mean it's such a great recipe because the base tastes good as is, but then you can just go anywhere you want with it. It's kind of like a soup stock comparatively in cooking, because the whole point of a soup stock is that it's a basis for you to do whatever. That's what this is for a cheese ball. So it's very simple to start with and tastes really good, but then you can take it other places if you want to. So that's how you can make your own cheese balls. And anything else you want to add?
No.
So,
like I said, you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, but it's one of the
shape of a bell or a Christmas ornament or anything. If you want to make it take to like a baby shower, you could make it in the shape of a rattle, maybe.
Yeah,
Just
anything.
Use your imagination.
Yep. And I mean, we always do it around the holidays because we always have, but it's a simple recipe. And again, it's like if you want something for, you celebrate Cinco de Mayo, maybe you're Latino. Again, some chili powder, nice and simple. You just mix it right in there. If you like things spicy, I said this earlier, you can use the cayenne pepper, you can just use some hot sauce. That can get a bit messy though, so like a powder is easier to work with.
Just let it set so it's got enough time to absorb into the cheeses.
Right.
It doesn't have a
what you'd want to do
taste to it.
Is probably do up a little bowl separately and put the hot sauce in, mix it up really good, wash your hands really, really good, because you don't want to be getting that crap in your eyes. And then just let it set for a while, yeah. But if you're wanting to do like something Italian, this is a good cheese mix that you can make into manicotti. I don't know if you could really make like a lasagna with it. It might be a little strong for a lasagna.
Yeah.
But for anything like a manicotti, it would work as a stuffing for that, or enchiladas. I think we've actually done that, haven't we?
I think so.
We made some enchiladas out of leftover cheese ball one year. So it's a really great mix for doing just about anything. We've always done it as cheese ball, but you know, we make up quite a bit of it here, and then towards, like my mom here said, after we've been eating on this stuff for a week or 2 weeks, because as long as you keep them nice and cold, they're not going to go bad on you, right?
No.
You just have to keep them nice and cold, like down in a crisper drawer or something like that. And you know, you get bored of it after a little while. That's when you can start doing the grilled cheese or the cheese toast, or you can make it into pasta or enchiladas. Anything that you could do with a cheese like this. And again, once you know, when it's in the fridge, it's gonna stiffen up. So if you want it to be more pliable, you just take it out and let it warm up again. Or, you know, like said, that did the fondue. You can use it as a fondue. If you want like nachos, you can just melt it down and make it into a nacho topping. You can do anything with this stuff. So this is how you can make your own cheese balls. And I think we've given you enough ideas that if you can't figure out something to do with it, that's not our fault.
You can make a lot for what they want for 1 or 2. So.
Yeah.
And they taste so much better.
Yeah, and then they're charging you like $5 for one cheese ball that's maybe this size.
If that.
Yeah, if that, and most of the time, at least at our store, we can get...
Go to Swiss Colony or... What's the other one?
I don't remember anymore.
Hickory Farms.
Hickory Farms, yeah.
They charge a bunch of money for one.
Yeah.
But they find cheese on sale this time of year very easily. Like Ryan said earlier, cream cheese is on sale this time of year. So, you know, and you usually always have your spices on hand. And onions. That's pretty basic. Worcestershire. Pretty basic.
And if you don't like Worcestershire, it's an optional ingredient. I mean, it just adds a nice little note in the background, but if you don't like it, again, you can just use some pepper, or, you know, whatever flavor
whatever
you
floats
like.
your boat.
Yeah, whatever, you know, we all have different tastes. Whatever it is that you enjoy, you can do it with this recipe. Because, as I said when we were first starting off with this, the main thing is your shredded cheeses, to get the kind of flavor from the cheese you want, but then that cream cheese to pull it all together and bind it together. So, other than that, whatever you want to do, it's up in the air. You know, it's all, only limit is that you're working with cheese, so you're limited to things that work with cheese and your own taste. So, there you have it. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you on the next one.
Bon appetit.
Yeah. Who do you think you are?
Who do I think I am?
You channeling Julia Child?
Julia Child, yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess then I'll go BAM! And nothing came out, so that figures. But alright, we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.